Hello and welcome to Incredible Brawls. In today's video we're going to be going through the April Championship Challenge Guide, which is going to be taking place on 24th March to 26th March. So let's jump right into it. So into the first stage here, it's going to be beach ball, and the comps are going to be really tanky as well as control based, so you do not really know. Mostly I guess you will face tanks. So the best tank right now in the game I think is Ash, because he can really deal with the control based brawlers. Like on the lanes he can go brawlers like Spike, Surge. All of these brawlers on the lanes are really good in terms of control, but also tank. I think you would always want a tank in your team, because this map is got a good amount of unbreakable walls through which the tanks can just play around and they can do good. And max speed, obviously you want a max in the team as well. If you just pair up a max with a tank, then it's really deadly because of the speed that you get. So a max speed with the tank is really good. As you can see here, they're trying to push up, they get the speed, so Primo can basically just walk it in with speed. He's just got that much HP. So a tank, a max, and on the lane probably like a Spike or a Surge. So first stage you don't need to really stress much about the first stage, though it's always going to be really easy. You're not going to face good teams as well. It's going to be a rare chance, so for safe reasons, even if you want to go poke double tank, you can go that as well. Also there's an update this time that there are going to be 4 losses this time, so you have like 3 losses, and the 4th loss you're going to go out. So they have increased it, which is really good now, considering that there were a lot less teams actually able to qualify. So the first stage is going to be really easy for you. You're going to clear it very nicely with any of the comp that you can use. And now we're going to jump into the second stage. So jumping into the second stage, which is going to be Gem Fort. So it's a pretty familiar map. It's been out there for a long time, since Brawl Stars started, and the only change you're going to see this time is the unbreakable walls. You have 4 unbreakable walls coming in. Though they haven't changed much, the meta is still pretty same. You can go Tara, Jean, who are really good brawlers because they have that pull ability, which means they can turn the match around any time on your hand. And also good tanks. Tanks can work really well, like Ash, Buzz. These are really good tanks coming in. Mortis sometimes is also good. Yes, this is a second stage, so you won't be facing the best teams out there, which means Mortis, if you're a good Mortis, you can play him, he can work. And also brawlers which have the vision capability, like you have Jean is a must brawler, I feel that, because of the vision capability. Then also Crow is also really good. A Buzz with his gadget can also scout bushes, so all of these brawlers are really solid. Other brawlers like Sandy, which is really good right now because of her root stand star power. You know, she can really scout the bushes with her super, so that's really good. Though she's not that strong right now, but I think other mid options that you can go are like Max and Piper can be a good mid options, because she can destroy the bushes, though it's a risky thing. But as I said, you won't face the best teams here, so it's going to be really easy for you to win if you follow the simple compositions or just brawlers that you're comfortable with. So with that being said, let's jump into the third stage. Alright, then the third stage is going to be Knockout, and the map is going to be Flaring Phoenix, which is also a really good map, but this time around it has 2 unbreakable walls, which means that throwers are going to be a very good pick in this map. And to counter throwers, I'm going to say, if you're good at Mortis, again, just go Mortis, because I do have a strong feeling that people are going to pick throwers in this map because of the unbreakable walls in here. So Mortis can be a really solid pick. On the lanes, again, there are a lot of choices that you can make on the lanes, like Gus. Then Janet is a very good lane pick here. Penny as well with her turret. So if the opponents don't have any throwers, you know, your turret can just be like undestroyable. Just keep it behind the unbreakable wall and it's going to be really good. Piper, another strong brawler in the mid. If you see in the mid, there are going to be brawlers like Jean, Piper, and some brawlers which can be played in lane also can be played in mid because of the bushes there are. Brock is also a very solid option in destroying bushes. Then B can work as well if you are actually good at her. Belle is also, all the long range brawlers in the mid I feel are going to work very well. And a tanky option, if you want to go a tanky option, I think Mortis or Fang is going to be one of the best options that you're going to find in here. Also, like a wild comp like Poco double tank, or you know, just triple tank, these can be really good matchups because you know the opponents might have brawlers which deal chip damage, so they can't really finish you off. They're not gonna pick any solid tank counters, so you can just stay behind the unbreakable walls. You know, if they have throwers, they will just slowly chip you down and charge your super. So it's not going to be a big problem for you. So triple tank, it's a risky, but I think it can work. I think it can really work because of the unbreakable walls, the new addition. You know, the meta has changed quite a lot. So if you want to go throwers, or if you want to go triple tank, you should go that, and you can try that out as well. With that being said, let's jump into the fourth set. Alright, then the fourth map is going to be Split, which is also undergoing some changes, like the 4 tiles of unbreakable walls in the middle, which means throwers are a really good option. If you want to go throwers, do not hesitate. They are going to be really good because of the unbreakable walls. And I counted the thrower is basically a tank right now, because if you want to go if you want to go something which can break walls to counter throwers, it's not going to work because the unbreakable walls in the middle are going to really help throwers out. So I do suggest going a surge and a tank in your team, because a tank can just prickle down the percentages, right? He can just keep getting them, like you can see on the left hand side. Sam versus Rico, it's really just a good thing for Sam. He can just keep getting percentages, even though he's eventually gonna die. He's gonna come back and get more. And other brawler options are gonna be Penny, and Rico is also a really good option, but I think Penny with the mortar is gonna be really solid option as well. So that's gonna pretty much sum this map up. Just go a tank and a tank counter, and on the side lane you can go something like a Spike or a Rico or a Penny, something like that. So there's not much to talk about this map. It's going to be really easy. You can also go Pokel double tank if you want, because this map is going to be really solid. It's just the main motive is to get percentage. So with that being said, we're going to be jumping into the final map of this championship challenge. Let's jump right into it. The fifth map is going to be Dry Season of Bounty, which is a really important map in terms of the blue star. So if you don't get the blue star, then the opponents have complete control. And if they have the thrower, you can see the amount of unbreakable walls. There are 5 tiles of unbreakable walls, which means that they can just sit behind it, right? And you cannot do much about it. So if you wanna go Mortis, you can go Mortis if you're a good Mortis, because there will be some good throwers that people are gonna be picking in this map, and there are gonna be some good teams that will be facing here as well. So it's pretty much gonna be a skilled matchup here. Carl is a really good option. In the mid, you can say any long range brawler like Piper, Bell, B can work as well. B against Max can also work really well. So if you want to go Max, you can go that, or you can go B, which is going to be the mid options. Now talking about the lane options, you can go Carl, which is a good lane option. Gray with any tank support like Mortis is going to be really good. He can just teleport, though he cannot teleport with him anymore because of the Gray nerf, but Gray is still very good even as a solo brawler. And if you're not scared of Mortis, you can go a good comp, which is Ruff, Tick and Gene, which means Ruff's star power, which keeps increasing the health, and then Ruff's power up also increase the damage as well as health, and Gene can just keep healing around, and Tick can force the enemies out and just keep the control. So it's an overall very solid comp. I do suggest that comp as well, but only counter to that, and that too is not a complete counter, but if you play very well, you can really win with that comp. And just be aware of Mortis, and you can also try a brawler like Gus in the middle, which can basically get a super and give the shield to any support, any other brawler which is aggressive like a Carl or a Mortis. So that's going to be a really good option as well. You can go Gus because he's really good support brawler right now, or the other brawlers which I just told can really work as well, or just a solid composition. So this map is basically about the blue star, keeping control, staying alive and not dying. So good luck for the championship challenge, and we'll see you in the next guide. Till then, we hope you clear this championship challenge, and please subscribe to the channel if you love the content.